Hey everyone, Ashton Meyer here. Alright, it's been quite some time that I've made a video. First off, I want to say that I apologize with all my heart because school for summer has literally taken over almost everything of my time. So I had something that I wanted to talk about. And I'm hoping that you guys can be uplifted by this and you guys can be inspired by this and that this is something that can help push you past whatever it is that you're struggling with right at this very moment. So whether it's through fitness or whether it's through a business or whether it's through a relationship, whatever it is in your life that you're going through right now, that is a struggle, that is hard. There's something that I read, this book, and it's called The Dip. And The Dip is just a small 80-page book that I read it was like a matter of no time. You can just fly through this. And it brought up some great points and made a lot of sense of what we go through. So we're on this journey and we're traveling on this journey and all of a sudden we come to this dip where things in our, like even in the beginning of our journey when we start something for health or we start a new business, we're excited, we're overloaded with joy, and we are just going, right? We get this excitement, people are praising us, we're noticing this, we're noticing that, and we're just going at this momentum. Think of it like a merry-go-round, right? You're getting ready to push this merry-go-round and it's hard. It's hard at the beginning, but you start pushing it and the momentum starts going and it's going great and great and great and great. And it will go great. But the minute that you stop, even if you keep hitting it and everything, it's going to go around. But if you stop doing those things in your life that are pushing you towards your journey, so you have like a bad week, let's talk about, on your health journey, and you're stopping for a week because you just, you had an event going here, you had this going there, that merry-go-round slows down and you're going to come into this dip that you're going to get frustrated. Now, if you push through this dip, I can tell you right now that you're going to see amazing things. Why would you settle for anything less? You are important. You are valuable. Why not want the best? Go for everything that is placed on your heart because it was placed on your heart for a reason. I will tell you God placed it on your heart. If you're not a believer, that's okay. It's placed on your heart for a reason, and just know that. But pushing through this dip, that's the hard part, right? You're stuck. And what do? We give up. We quit. Most of us quit because it's easier to give up than it is to push through a struggle, than it is to do something. And so we quit because it's easier, right? We don't want to go through things that are hard. But it's those things that put pressure on us. It's those things that are hard in our life that really progress us to the next level, that push our bar up to the next level. There's a tire. You get a flat tire. You're putting pressure in it, right? You put 10 pounds of pressure in it. And that first 10 pounds that you put in it, what does it really do for you? Nothing. Well, okay, it gets you started, right? That first 10 pounds of pressure gets you started. You're filling it up. When is it the most impact for your car and your tire is when you put that last 10 pounds of pressure in it, when you can drive on it, when you can go that distance, when you can continue to move forward. That's when stuff happens. Not when things are easy. Why would you ever want anything to be easy? It's those things that are tough in life that progress you to the next level. If I wouldn't have gone through all the hard times that I've gone through, if I wouldn't have gone through the struggles that I haven't gone through, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. And I thank the Lord every single day for directing me back to my path, because I see now that I've accepted Jesus almost 2 years ago, I see where he was like, all right, nah, Ashton, you better no, come on, I meant for you over. Go this way! No, really. But back to this whole dip effect, right? It's those hard things that will progress you in your life. And when you're in this dip, it's a struggle, it's a battle, because you feel like you're doing everything right, or you're unmotivated, whatever it may be. There's a reason that you're in this dip. And I want to tell you, don't give up. Push through it. I promise you, there is something amazing and great that is going to happen if you do, if you just tell yourself just a little bit more. Keep going. Don't give up. Just go. Now, I just told you not to quit, right? I'm going to tell you to quit. And I'm not talking about those dreams and those goals and those things that are going to progress you in a life of positivity, in a manner of where you want to take your life. That big vision that you have in your life, you can accomplish it. I don't care what it is that you think that you have set up and you're like, yes, I'm really like wanting this dream home and, or the love of my life to come and find me, or I want this body, or whatever it may be. And you're like, yeah, that's completely just unrealistic. And you get that in your head. Why? Why would it be anywhere unrealistic? I guarantee you I can pull up someone that's been close to your situation, that's been in something similar to you, that has progressed and changed their life because they made a decision. And the decision that they made was to not give up, to push through that hard time, to suck it up and understand that what they're going through right now is called this dip. What they're going through right now is only temporary, because pain is temporary. Quitting, however, lasts forever. Thank you, Eric Thomas, for that wonderful quote, right? That quote right there, that pain is temporary. And just think about it for a second. You're in pain, you're in a struggle when you're not liking the life that you're living, when you're not where you're at, when you're not seeing everything that you want to accomplish in your life. That is pain. So why not go through a little bit of extra pain to get further in your life, to push through those things in your life, and then progress to a life that you love and that you know how to handle and that you know how to take care of it? Because that's living. That's living. So you do need to quit some things. And that's what I want to tell you right now, is to never give up, but to quit on those things that are not going to impact your life. Might be a little bit difficult and might be hard because you're going to make sacrifices that you might not want to make. But if you want to remain the same, keep doing what you're doing. Live the life that you're living. Complain about how you're not going anywhere in your life. Complain about how your life has been horrible and miserable and messed up, or how people have always treated you incorrectly, or how you've been in relationships that have failed after failed after failed after failed, or how you keep trying these fad diets or this or that, and you're not moving past your goals and your dreams. You're not doing it because you're focusing on the problem. I've been there. I've done the exact same thing. I was talking about my life over and over. I'm like, why me? Why me? All these people are doing this in their life. They're getting married. I have kids. I've failed in my relationships and everything, and I'm not doing anything for work. Like, I feel like a complete loser, and I'm overweight. I'm obese. I had back surgery at 23 years old. What is wrong with me? And all I was sitting there doing was complaining and not making a decision to get up and do something with my life. And when I did, I was going and we hit dips. It's like that roller coaster. You hit those dips and you get hit with a hard time, but it's only to progress you further as long as you stick with it. But I did have to quit. I had to quit on things that weren't progressing me in the way that I wanted to go. Things that didn't push me towards my goals. Things that I normally love to do that I had to give up on, because what were they doing for my life? What were they doing for my family? And I'm sitting here today talking about this because this has been the biggest week of my business. And it's been so overwhelming with what my team has done in their business, in their growing, in their leadership. And I'm just like so overwhelmed with joy because they never gave up. And I didn't either. And I want to tell you that if you push through that dip, if you know that you're not falling off of a cliff, because the cliff are the things that you need to give up on. The cliff are those things that when you know that you do them, I mean, ask yourself, if your vision is to purchase a dream home, and you all of a sudden have emotions, because we love to feed off of our short-term emotions. When we get frustrated, we want to quit, or we want to do this, or we want to do that, because it's our short-term emotions that we're fulfilling. We're not fulfilling that long-term commitment that we want. So take a second to really think when you're in those emotions. Okay, is doing this going to fulfill my short-term emotion, or is it really taking care of that long-term emotion? You want that dream home, but you're going to go out and buy a $60, a purse when you already have 3 purses? For what? Because it's going to make you feel better in that moment? And then you're going to complain that you don't have money to start up on a health journey because you bought that purse, because that purse was so important to you. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, I was late on my bills because I didn't, but yet you bought this. Think about that for a second. Take a second to really think about what you're doing in your life and how it's really impacting your life. Because it's not about, it's what you do today that affects your tomorrow. And is it focused on just that day? Or is it focused on your future? And pushing through that dip and fulfilling those long-term commitments. What is it? I challenge you to create a vision board that you see in your mind of what you want in your life, of where really sit down and think about your goals and where you're going. Are you truly happy in your life? Are you fulfilled with joy? Or are you really living this life that you hate, and you wake up every single morning and you're like, what? I don't get this. You're frustrated with your job. You're frustrated with your work. You're so angry when you get home, and you take it out on your relatives. You take it out on your spouse, or you take it out on your kids. And this life is this never-ending cycle. And all it takes is one decision to make a change in your life. To do something different, to change one thing, and that one thing will lead you to different things of making choices. And then it continues to open up new doorways for choices in your life. And if you keep opening up those doors and walking through them, that's like you walking up that hill and getting past that dip. And I can promise you there's something big and amazing up there. And each dip that comes is going to be easier for you to surpass because you've already been through one. You already know what to expect. It's that first one that takes that time. All right. Tag me. Tag Believe to Achieve fan page on Facebook. I want to see your dreams. I want to hear your goals. I want to hear what you want in your life and where you're going to take it. What changes are you going to make? What decisions are you going to make? Did you just decide now to make a big change in your life? If you have, I want to hear it. Tag me. Have a great weekend. Stay safe.